So let's talk about how does one break down what this identity evolution is? What is
Mm,
inside of that process? What does that look
yeah,
like?
it's a great question. I think there's a lot of different ways to go about it, and there's a lot of different sort of elements or things that could be included. A couple of the things that come up for me. One is looking at how would you classify or describe the underlying relationship you have with yourself? And even just thinking about it from a knee-jerk perspective, what do you think about yourself? How do you feel about yourself? And noticing, does it feel positive? Do you feel encouraged? Do you feel confident? Or do you feel less than? Do you feel small? Do you not feel so great? In thinking about that, understanding like what is the current nature of the relationship that you have with yourself, because it'll tell you a lot about the thoughts that you hold and the beliefs that you have about who you are as a person, who you are as an individual, your innate quality, your innate worth, the level of capability that you currently have. So the thing I'll say about that too is there is a lot to be said for uh, continued reflection and expanding your awareness over time to be consistently in the work of understanding, how do I relate to myself? What are the underlying beliefs and notions and stories and narratives that I hold about myself? What's true about me? What's not true about me? And the reason that's important is because all of that, like we've been saying, all of that is the core driver of every decision that you make, everything that you say, every result that you create. At the core of it is your identity. It's how you relate to yourself, who you believe yourself to be. So becoming more aware of those things at a core level, and then again looking at, okay, which of those, what parts of that don't work for you? What parts of your self concept, your self narratives, the stories that you believe to be true about you, which of those don't work for you? And which of those do you want to start to change? And starting to get clear on, if you don't believe that you're very valuable, if you don't believe that you're very worthy, if you don't believe that you're enough, which is such a common story, it's probably the most common story for people believing that they're not enough. What does it look like for you to eliminate that story?